KP in the house. You already know how to bounce.
It's Disney Detonation coming at you from the Transformative Content Fair Studios in New Jersey, and I'm your host, and today is another Caleb Pale Pile vlog. Yes, it is. Let me shrink myself. Boom. All right, so this vlog's background is from Muckley Eye Distillery, located in Colts Neck, New Jersey. The staff there is excellent, very knowledgeable, fun to talk to. The drinks are equally as awesome, and I mean, it's a little pricey. You can go anywhere from, I think, $12 to $30. But if you like to consume libations, this is a good place to visit. It's in Colts Neck, New Jersey, right next to Delicious Orchards. Okay, let's get right into it. So the first clip that I'm going to play is something, I don't even know how to even get into this. So there's a character called Stuttering John Melendez who is used to be on the Howard Stern show. So unless you're a Howard Stern fan, you probably aren't even going to understand this. So there's something called the Dabbleverse, which revolves around this Stuttering John character, because he went from being a character on the Howard Stern show to a announcer on the Tonight Show to a quote-unquote writer on the Tonight Show to a drunken pathological liar. Let me just show you what this man looks like now. And by the way, so a lot of what this guy does is he gets bombed out of his mind and he starts yelling and screaming about how other people are attacking him and attacking his family. You got just so if you're eating anything or drinking anything, I suggest you put it down because you got to see this. And that's real drool coming out of this guy's mouth. Real drool. I mean, when I first saw Mr. KP come up in this, I guess Dabbleverse or what this whole genre of channels and comedy that I followed, this is what first came to my mind.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
It just blew my mind. So what happened was there's a character that's involved in this whole Dabbleverse called Vince the Lawyer. Now this guy is an actual successful lawyer. He had a pretty sizable practice in Manhattan, and he's been involved with Whack Packers of the Howard Stern show and a bunch of other things. But the fact that he somehow latched on to the professor blew my mind. So let's just get into it. This is a clip from, not even a clip, it's a short by Vince the Lawyer from the Dabbleverse.
Shoplifter. I should have tripped him. I would have tripped him. I mean, would you guys trip them?
Is it legal to trip a shoplifter? This Disney influencer was in Manhattan with his hot girlfriend when he cowardly let a thief run past him.
I should have tripped him. I didn't know. I would have tripped him. Would you guys trip them? I feel like that's like the thing to do, right? I don't know. Okay, well, check that off the New York City bucket list. I honestly thought like he missed his bus or subway, but that was a shoplifter. I put two and two together when I saw the cop running behind. I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, would you guys trip them?
Tripping the thief can not only result in criminal charges, he could even be sued if the thief was injured. However, this coward should have took those risks because it's the manly thing to do when you're with a girlfriend who's way too hot for you.
I mean, when I first saw that, I almost fell out of my chair. It was hilarious. Like the planets aligned in some strange way, and gifted be that. All right, so let's move on. All right, moving on. So this next clip is called New Year's Revolutions, and that's going to be a theme throughout this vlog where we kind of, listen and take notice or take note to Mr. KP's New Year's resolutions. And if you could last to the end of this vlog where the mix is, you're going to see him. One of his resolutions was to not use DoorDash incessantly throughout the years. But this is hilarious in on itself. It's called New Year's Revolutions.
You guys' New Year's resolutions? Speaking of this year, my New Year's resolution is I've been running. This year for real, we are going to be dedicating to extra health.
Casey, I think I found my next purchase. Please hold. You guys ready for this? Oh, you can't even try it on.
This.
I kind of want it. Of course you do. It's just like, I don't know.
What did we say? We're not making irresponsible purchases in 2025. What did we say? We're not making irresponsible purchases in 2025.
It's the old adage, folks. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Looks like living mommy has a tough row to hoe.
I mean, incredible. So he can put that Tigger stuffed animal hat next to his Lion King plush doll that he claims that he sleeps with. I mean, I too have a resolution this year for extra health. Unbelievable. All right, so in this next clip entitled "The $1,549 Man," we get to see Mr. KP demonstrate to us how he intends to pursue his extra health. So here we go. It's called "The $1,540 Man."
Kyle Paolo, amateur YouTuber, a man with barely a brain. Gentlemen, look at this dummy. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first Disney man baby. Kyle Paolo will be that man.
Something a little about making some vlogs.
I see the gibberish chip is functioning at 100%.
That was all just for show, for what you guys just saw. But that was cool though, right?
No, recording yourself running in your garage next to a Mickey Mouse, Santa, and pumpkin decorations is not cool. Transformation complete. We have Disney man baby. Repeat, we have a Disney man baby.
Hopefully it turned out good. Hopefully it turned out good. That was pretty nice. But a lot of these Disney people.
Yeah, it didn't turn out good, dude. Not at all. All right. All right, so this next clip is called End of Year Wraps. And one of the things the professor likes to do every year is tell you how great his channel is doing, how he's up in views, how he's up in watch times, how he's up in retention, how he's up in all these things. But yet he never shows you any of the cold hard facts. He never shows you the numbers themselves, which I'm going to show you can easily do in YouTube Studio. So let's get right into it. It's called End of Year Wraps.
I actually have yet to tell you guys. I usually do this as like an end of year wraps, I kind of had an idea in December, but now since 2024 is complete, I kind of want to compare it to 2023 and be transparent and tell you guys how we did versus 2023, meaning all my YouTube stats from 2023 compared to 2024. We'll see how we did. All right. First, starting off with views, we did go up in views by not really that much, only about 100,000, which is kind of just like 2 days, basically.
Now, I don't know where he's getting his statistics from, but like I've said in the past vlogs, my feeling is the statistics that YouTube gives, because they're cutting the AdSense checks, are the correct or most accurate view counts. Now, if you wanted to get those view counts, you'd have to do it through his channel account and look at his YouTube Studio account. So the only option other than that would be to go, I mean, I think he did over 300 videos last year. I think he said 380, I don't remember. But you would have to go to each of those vlogs and count up the views for the entire year. So what I did was I used Social Blade. And Social Blade gave him an increase of over 236,000 views, which is more than what he said, which equated to 1.3%. So I was generous and I said, okay, let's just say he went up 500,000. That's 3%. Okay, so you're going to go on in this vlog or in this clip to hear him say how his watch times have gone up like 15.8%. So let me just keep playing this. All right.
2-3 days of a difference. But another metric I like to see is watch time. And watch time was significantly more this year, and I kind of compare that to actually posting a little bit longer of videos than I did in 2023. I try to stay around the 30-minute mark, 20, 25 and above. That's what I try to do in 2024. We have about, looks like 600,000-700,000 hours more compared to last year. About 4.4 million hours of watch time.
So what he said there is he has 4.4 million hours of watch time, and it went up 700,000. So I think I ran the number. I think it was like 15.8% increase. But he can easily show you this here. So I'm showing you last year's for me. These are my view hours for last year. So I had 11,000. He can easily call up last year, the year before, and he can even show you what's going on so far this year. So, I mean, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that for somebody who went up like 3% in views, went up 16% in watch time. I mean, could it happen? Yes. Do I think it's what happened? No.
Okay, and that's kind of insane. Way more impressions this year, about 10,000 more impressions, almost 250 million impressions. Now, as far as revenue, since we had more views, had way more watch time, our revenue was up about 15 to 16%.
Yeah, 15 to 60%. And like, what I also find hilarious here is him sitting on his living room couch with his laptop, and like it's almost like his laptop and his phone are props to give what he's saying more legitimacy, which just to me makes him more like a buffoon. All right, so something else I wanted to touch on real quick here with monetization, because a lot of people are like, they give me shit about monetizing this content because a lot of what I do here is comment on Mr. KP, which is like, I'm going to say, was never my full intention. Like I did this to not just comment, because he's not the only one that says and does dumb things as far as these Disney vloggers go. He just exponentially says and does more dumb things, and it's just and to me, I find a lot of it hilarious. But I have no intention of monetizing this channel until I switch gears and I have like a nice mix of talking about him and these other Disney vloggers and some of the other things that are going on in Disney. I mean, for example, a couple of weeks ago there was a sewage leak in the Living Lands. Not one of these YouTubers that I saw talked about it. I mean, there's like Disney Pro and a couple of others that did, but none of the ones that like suck up to Disney for free swag and for like privilege, getting into things early, like getting into soft openings, things of that nature. But let me just show you this. So I could have already done a lower, what YouTube calls a lower monetization tier, because I had over 500 subscribers and I had over 3,000 hours of watch time. As you saw last year, I had 11,000, but I didn't do that. I mean, I got the email, I got the notification. I didn't do that, and I'm I think at like 940 now as far as my subscribers go, and I have already over the 4,000 hours to monetize this channel once I get to 1,000 subscribers, and I have no intention of doing that at this time. All right, so this next clip is called "I Have an Accountant Team and They Have a Plan." Now, here at Disney Detonation, we were lucky enough to install a spy camera in the office where Mr. KP had his meeting with his accountant team. Now, one of the things I also found pretty interesting, or I wanted to talk about in the next clip, is he starts saying about how he reached all these life goals and how he's hit these benchmarks in his life. Now, in this past year, I would like somebody in the comment section to please explain to me give me one benchmark that he has met other than buying a home. Now, and what I found particularly hilarious with him buying a home is he underscored buying his house with him walking around a park in Celebration, stuffing his face with Butterfingers candy that he got from a candy bowl at the closing, and then proceeded to dedicate a park bench to himself. So that, I guess if you want to consider dedicating a park bench to yourself or buying a home a benchmark, yeah, you hit a benchmark. But other than that, I mean, what benchmark did he hit? Like walking around Disney parks, buying food items at festivals, buying merchandise. I mean, somebody please enlighten me and tell me one benchmark or one goal this guy has met in the past year other than buying a home. And I mean, and not to bring the room down a little bit, but he had a pretty big personal tragedy happen this past year. He didn't mention that in his year review. So let's get into it. It's called "I Have an Accountant and They Have a Business Plan."
Lots of milestones last year and lots of goals reached. Oh my gosh. Last year was great. Now we got to redo it all over again, in a sense. And I try to keep that separate from my channel in a way, meaning the creative part versus, I guess you could say, the business side of the part, which on my break, I did do one thing for the channel. I actually had a meeting with my new accountant team. When I went on break, I shut everything off. Like, I shut my mind off. I shut my gears off. I don't even shave. I actually had a meeting with my new accountant team.
What do you got? How's it looking? Are we gonna be okay? All right. Can you run the rest of the numbers? Yep. Okay.
And we're going to be starting to do something a little bit different on the back end, from the back end, from the back end. Not cemented in stone quite yet. I might update you guys a little bit more on the business part once that gets cemented.
The business part.
Once I do my taxes for 2024. We're looking to change some things for 2025. We're looking to change some things for 2025.
I'm a businessman with a business plan. I'm gonna make you money in business land. I'm a cool guy.
That could save the channel some money. Could save the channel some money. So I'm looking forward to tell you guys more about that.
On the back end, he's going to save the channel some money. Like, I mean, the only thing you could do is start adding more commercials into your vlogs. Like, what are you? It's so like it's insulting to anyone who has a brain, and it's ridiculous. All right, so this next clip is called 20 More Years of Cruises and Sniffing. I mean, this next clip is spectacular because Mr. KP lets us in on his 20-year plan. So he's planning for the next 20 years until he's 50 to continue going on cruises, walking around Disney parks, going on rides, sampling foods at different festivals. From his prior vlogs, having children and pets, which he's planning on farming for content. Over the next 20 years, that's this man's goals. Those are his aspirations for the next 20 years. All right, so let's get into it. It's called 20 More Years of Cruises and Sniffing.
Just know I really feel a 9 to 5 is a little bit hard, but I feel like it depends on if you're doing brand deals and stuff. This is just a total mind dump, and I don't know where I'm going with it. I bought a house. That was probably one of, if not the greatest accomplishment.
It was the only accomplishment
of this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we moved in.
I know it happened very, 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 very quickly.
It really did.
We saw the house early December.
I wouldn't have been able to do what I do now without these past 4 years of...
I wouldn't be able to do what I do now without having some sort of income.
Of being a YouTuber. And I did work hard for it.
No, you didn't.
It's definitely made me realize that the goal that I wanted is here, and now I'm trying to focus on other goals as well.
What are your other goals as well?
In 2025, I want to keep growing, obviously, the channel. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this for. The goal is until like I'm, I don't know, like 50 years old.
Do you think that there is a lot more out there than just cruising constantly? So I think maybe next year.
Speaking of cruising,
not saying no to cruising.
I have many goals in 2025 as well, but I'm just not going to tell you what they are. All right, so this next clip is when Mr. KP came back from his break. It's called Camera Hunt, and I think it pretty much speaks for itself. So here we go. It's called Camera Hunt.
I honestly don't know where I put my camera.
it's honestly been, gosh, like 10 days.
Look, my little man is playing. He's using a camera to record himself pretending he's looking for a camera. His content is so much more compelling with the public domain background music removed. What a talented creator my little man is. Pretend time is so important for the little guy.
Usually it's right here, but I packed pretty much everything away besides the necessities. Ah, would you look at that? My grass people are here.
So landscapers are grass people. Does that make an Uber driver a car people? An airline pilot a plane people? Live-in mommy a baby people?
Looks like they're spraying my yard for pesticides or something. Pesticides.
I wish I was smart like you, boss.
What? It's so ridiculous.
I honestly don't know where my camera is.
Honestly, Live-in mommy does not like when you use the word honestly 4 times in a row.
Ah. There you are. Have a good day at work.
Thank you. You too. Have a good day at work.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I mean, good Lord, she sounds like she's talking to a 3-year-old. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, so this next clip is called I Farts, and what I find particularly hilarious in all of this is that, of course, Mr. KP starts making fart jokes on his way into the Festival of the Arts at Epcot Center, and the girl that lives with him, after his first fart joke, says, "Can you please act like an adult and not do this anymore?" And then, of course, the professor proceeds to do it throughout the vlog. So here we go. It's called I Farts.
It's smelly out here today. Welcome back to your Daily Dose, everybody, and welcome to I Farts. But we're here with Case, obviously, like, you know, you guys have seen. It's her first time for the I Farts. They should be pumping in that I Farts tent.
Okay, Kyle, now it's time to be an adult. No more fart jokes.
First time venturing in the World Showcase for 2025 I Farts. It's stinky over here. Lots of farting going on.
Okay, Kyle, now it's time to be an adult. No more fart jokes.
Well, here's where we actually bring the farts to I Farts with these deviled eggs. I'm a snack.
Okay, Kyle, now it's time to be an adult. No more fart jokes.
Wawa Weewa definitely doesn't taste like farts.
Okay, Kyle, now it's time to be an adult. No more fart jokes.
And then you wonder why all of your vlogs are ratioed. Well, that's it for this vlog. I hope to speak to you people in the comments section. Let me get rid of myself. And here is the mix.
You are now entering the Powerverse.
We're done.
Good job, little man. Setting up the camera on the kitchen island and putting on a post-workout show. You are such a hard worker. Live-in mommy approves.
It's cold out there, guys. It's in the 40s. And Florida cold is different. Florida cold is different. Trust me. Trust me on that.
We all know you think the laws of physics are different in Florida. Mice, dogs, and ducks can talk. Fairies fly over castles, and dummies make up total bullshit.
They're not the professor or anything.
You are correct, sir. That's why it's funny to call you one.
And I still actually never figured out the lighting problem. And I actually just tried it again last night. Everything turned off. So I honestly don't know what to do at this point regarding the lights for next year. That's why I was thinking professional.
Can you for once put on the big boy pants and figure something out? Don't disappoint Live-in mommy.
My fuse will trip and blows all the lights.
Those sound like some happy lights. How did you become so articulate, Professor? Your words paint quite the picture.
So, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing next year other than professional lights.
Interesting. Hiring professional lights. What's next? Hiring a professional microwave or a professional television?
Kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Can never figure it out.
After the professional light, people get done pretending to be electricians and figure out why the circuit is overloading and fix it. Will you have them recreate the bird bath you made out of gift-wrap boxes? The birds look happy to use it. It could be an annual tradition of stupidity.
My diet's so impossible to control with going to Disney, going on cruises all the time, so...
Zero accountability here, folks. We get it, Professor. Your diet is so hard to control. We have all witnessed the trolls strapping you down to a chair and force-feeding you. We have seen them take menus out of your hands, order you food, making bad dietary choices for you.
Hey, Kyle, what are you eating right now?
Bowl of cheese.
One chicken. If I just asked for cheese, it'd be weird, so I had to have chicken.
I can't believe Disney did this at Festival of the Arts. My goodness, they're serving art, but they're also serving one of their characters. They're serving Sebastian.
That is Sebastian himself.
Just trying to eat healthy, live a more active, healthy lifestyle.
Probably one of the most weirdest things I've ever tried. Like, okay. Where do I begin?
right, not bad. It's actually really juicy.
Professor Food Critic. A deep-fried crab sandwich is juicy, with the juice being deep fryer cooking oil. We can hear your cholesterol rising from here.
Just trying to eat healthy, live a more active, healthy lifestyle.
Look at that, come on.
Yeah, get it.
This might as well be my dinner. This is a big portion size. Yeah, the beef has a really good flavor to it.
I feel like you have more of an advanced palate these days. Kyle's little smarty pants.
I can tell instantly once I put it in my mouth if it's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, the beef has a really good flavor to it.
My new leaf this year, or turning over a new leaf this year, has already begun. One very productive thing I've been doing already this year has been running on the treadmill, even on my break.
That's amazing, Professor. You're going to do actual physical activity even on your break. What's next? Changing your clothes, making your bed, doing laundry. Keep pushing yourself to your limits and having new leaves.
My new leaf. If you guys do enjoy this, it's kind of like another little test to see if you guys actually like the home vlogs. Another little test to see if you guys actually like the home vlogs.
Boom! Your test failed again, Professor. 58% of the people viewing your home vlog didn't like it. I wonder if they would show up to an arena and fill it for you. Somehow, I think the answer is no.
It just fell out of our shoes. I think Casey and I are actually going to try to get a painting and put it right over here. If you guys noticed that wasn't here before. We have been doing some stuff, but we kind of wanted to save it to show you guys. That's just for like visual. Save it to show you guys. That's just for like visual.
I think we need a Disney Detonation gibberish meter, folks.
Because that's like the part where we want to keep like a piece of art around there, switch it out every holiday.
Maybe, instead of spending money on overpriced Disney art, you can replace the stock photos out of the pictures you already have hanging on the wall first.
A lot of you guys don't see the constant planning. It may not seem like I plan, but I plan. I plan, trust me, I plan. I'm really bad with just things in general.
Just trying to eat healthy, live a more active, healthy lifestyle this year, which is why I'm now gonna cook food.
What a revelation. You are now going to cook food. Next up, breathing air and drinking water.
One of my biggest problems last year was actually door dashing a lot.
Another gem from the self-professed workaholic. No, Professor, one of your biggest problems isn't using DoorDash to excess. It's being too lazy to plan and prepare yourself meals.
I'm going to stop door dashing and trying to eat more,
More flawless logic. I'm going to stop having takeout delivered to my house. Therefore, I'm going to eat more. What's next? Letting the air out of your car tires and then going for a drive?
Today I'm going to do 2 eggs scrambled. First going to slap some butter in here. Probably not the healthiest, but hey, we're trying to get started in the healthy business.
Frying 2 whole eggs in butter. Looks like the healthy business went out of business day 1.
Yay, Kyle, for that.
This is what happens when Disney Man Baby is left alone. Why would you put the eggs in before the butter has completely melted? Liv and Mommy does not approve.
Just like that, food is done. Now, as far as this year goes for content, obviously you guys can expect a lot of Disney days, a lot of home vlogs for sure.
Are we planning on insulting the subscribers you called Disney people again like you did last year? Maybe we should stop calling this channel a travel channel. It's more like your personal playground. Please have the frying pan cleaned and put away before I get home. Don't piss off Liv and Mommy. Unlike you, I actually had work today.
Bonus footage. It's time to shave off this beard.
You heard that right, folks. It's bonus footage time. He's going to shave his beard and then it's bath time, followed by a well-deserved nap.
Your poo-poos, your pee-pees. We're back, baby. We are back. Better than ever.
you guys see this? Look at that. That's how long it was. There we go. We're back. See you guys tomorrow.
You have to be able to handle people saying the most hateful things. So with all this, I guess, thanks. Because all this has really kind of helped me out and has helped me become who I am today. Cute.
I'm just gonna go home and just like, bite my pillow. Okay, bye.
That's ridiculous, Mo. And transmission.